There we go. Let's go ahead and get it started. Look, the passport is undefeated. Undefeated, you guys. Listen, got women out here wanting to get the passport. Also, merch is coming. Listen, you guys, got a lot of stuff going on in the background. Merch is definitely coming. Just give me a chance to get myself together. I'm trying to make sure I make some merch for the women as well. But I'm still going to drop like just the, streamlined stuff. But I'm getting some ideas for some lady wolf wear. So you hear it first at, what I'm saying? So if anybody else calling it that or whatever, you know where you heard Lady Wolf at first. All right. Let's get right into it, y'all. The passport is undefeated. The way that you guys are self-improving, the women can't get enough. And, even though a good vast majority of the Western women know that they can't have you, they still have to respect you. I mean, getting out the mud like this, man, I mean, it's like watching, anyone that's watching you, most of you guys are content creators, but even at your jobs, being a manager or whatever, or, I'm saying having your own businesses where you're actually making money, having employees, it's something to be watched. It's like watching, must-see TV every single day, and right now, with men doing what they need to do, the way we're exchanging ideas and coming up with new ways to make money, passive money, utilizing the tools that we have in front of us, it's something to be seen. What a time to be alive. Women are watching you as well. Now, they're mimicking everything that you do, but they're watching how you're coming up with ways to make money digitally online through some type of art, content creating, instead of just watching content creators making money and listening to people making you feel good. You're actually watching people that are showing you how to improve yourself. So you can do it for yourself and you're not just trauma bonding with the content creator. You know what I mean? Man stuff. You know how we do. Wolfpack, what's good? Out here, it was sleeting. It was sleeting, y'all. I was like, yo, man, I gotta get out here and make this video. Because, I get up at like 3 and stuff, but it was sleeting. And I was like, ooh, I might slip and fall. And, you know what I'm saying? Safety first. The videos come, but, safety first. Let's get back to the subject. All right, we're talking about, yeah. So the way that we're coming up with different ways to make passive income instead of just online trauma bonding with each other and, just passing time, women overseas are watching. They like what they see. They see a man that can overcome obstacles. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing a man that is never defeated. They're seeing the kind of guy that just, moves forward, moves in silence, never really showing how he's gonna, his next move's gonna be, but he's always making progress moving forward. Hang on. Let me go ahead. All right, here we go. And and they know, and the women of the West, they also know, you're headed overseas. You're going to make it happen no matter what. It's not even like, it's going to, no, he's going. They're going. The gentlemen are on our way out. Listen, the women know that we're on our way out so much so that this passport sister thing is becoming a real thing. They're really out here, the ones with passive income, content creators and stuff of that nature. They're really just femme nomads. You like how I came up with that? Yeah, femme nomads. That's what they really are, but listen, it's inspirational. They know that they have to be something different from the rest of the herd. You know what I'm saying? They got to stand out in their own way. So they're going to get their passport. So you might run in case you, like I said before, missed that American thing. And, you want to deal with some of that attitude every now and again. And, feel like you're back in the States. They'll be floating around too. What a time to be alive. The women are watching you. They're watching how you move. You know, they're completely, I'm talking the foreign women, they're really interested. They can't wait for us to get over there. You have a variety of women over there. I mean, you have the same type of gutter trash that you have over here in the States. You know what I'm saying? You got that everywhere you go. But, you know what I mean? You got a different variety, a different kind of woman. And, man, listen, I haven't been overseas a whole lot except when I deployed to Iraq twice. And when I was in Iraq, man, those women over there were super polite. Now, listen, I didn't always have a weapon in my hand. You know what I'm saying? So there were plenty of times I didn't interacting with them. And the people were friendly. And we were basically their op and you know, still friendly. So we're out here not even carrying our weapons and, you know, roaming the streets like we were doing convoys and, you know, different kind of raids and things. And the women over here treat us like the enemy anyway. You know what I mean? They made so many different points about, oh, women overseas just want you for your money. Well, what have y'all shown us different? And we don't get no appreciation for what we do here. You know, we're broke no matter what. You know, there's always some guy that makes more. Whenever we all start making 100K or close to it, or 50K, women start talking about, they start moving the goalpost. Oh, you got to make 300K, $500,000. You know, this crazy talk. Because that way they can always move the goalpost and you can never be that ideal man and you're always chasing the piece of cheese. You can never get it. You know, it's just a trap. It's a mouse trap. We have to move differently. And we're doing so. And I'm going to tell you something else. Like I said, even for you guys that are too scared or too comfortable to leave the States, by us leaving the States, it gives you more options. It gives you more options and it shows women that we mean business. And if they can get a hold to a guy, they'll do more to keep the guy. Getting this AM walk on, I'm trying to make sure I do some regular basis. You know, it rains like every other day, but it's not so cold anymore, so we can do this and get her done. Oh, look, I really want to focus on the levels of self-improvement that you guys are doing on a regular basis and say congratulations. You guys are out here sticking to your regiments, getting it done. The more you do, the more you want to do. Workouts, you're fasting intermittently, getting the job done, whatever job you have. If you're an entrepreneur full time, you're putting in those hours needed. You're plotting, you're planning to make your great escape. Get where you need to be at to optimize yourself and your family, whatever that is. But you're being inspirational. Most importantly, you're moving in silence. You're moving in silence. You're not telling nobody nothing. You're not letting your haters get to you with the usual trolling, gaslighting, gang stalking, whatever. Doesn't really matter because what you know is it's just opposition, you know, some kind of lesson that you need to learn, which it could just be not letting them get to you at all. Or maybe you need to make an example out of one of them. Either way it goes, you do what you feel like you need to do with no influence from anyone outside of yourself, anything outside of yourself, because, you know, you got God in you and God gives you direction all the time. You're a man, you don't run on emotion. You know, your logic keeps your emotions in check. So, you know, as men, you know, we'll have all kind of self-sabotaging thoughts, you know, thinking about women and thinking about doing stuff like, you know, letting our emotions or how we feel dictate our day. My knee hurts, my foot hurt, I didn't sleep the best, I got a crick in my neck. We don't have the opportunity to move like that. You know what I'm saying? We have to move differently. We know what's going to happen. We know before we even go to bed, hey, listen, especially if you're 35 and up, man, I might wake up. I might feel any kind of way. What my son calls it, they got a name for it in his middle school. You know how adults, like you get like 30 something plus, as soon as you rise, first thing you have to do, hit that bathroom. The son calls it the morning poopies or whatever. So y'all got a name for this? It's all adults, man. You know what I'm saying? But you don't let any of that stuff knock you off, man. I mean, listen, you're so on point that, you know, you're meal prepping and you're pretty much eating the same thing certain days of the week, you know, counting your calories, counting your intake, making sure you're staying on top of it and your calorie deficits, adjusting depending on whatever you're doing. You're doing weekend fast sometimes, a day, 2 days, sometimes 2.5 days, 3 days at a time. You know, you're on point with it. You know, you're writing down all your plans. You're also doing audio notes for the quicker notes. You know what I'm saying? Getting everything together. And this is something that even the women that hate the way you speak, even they admire. They love and adore it as well. You know what I'm saying? And the more you stay focused with no distractions and don't let your enemies, you know, because listen, let me tell you something. As much as these people think they're your enemies, they really don't compete where they can't compare. You don't even see them. They're not opposition. They're just people. Listen, in life, a lot of people, especially when you're winning, they're not going to like you. They're going to find articulate ways to express their hate. And we all know hate is just misguided love. You know, if you really dislike somebody, you wouldn't have nothing to do with them. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You know, getting this AM walk on, y'all. This is what I normally do between 7 and 8. I think it's 8:20. Yeah, it was raining, so I had to wait. But, you know, now that it's getting warmer, these AM ones, can be done more often. And it's just really me out here trying to motivate you guys as early as I can. So if I get out here and my videos aren't their normal crisp selves, it's because it's early. It's the first video of the AM. Over here in North Carolina, it's 8:20 a.m. Normally I don't go live this early, but I want to do better. I want to do more. You know, my energy levels are just better. I'm sleeping better. I'm getting more things done. Life just gets better and better. Man, I'm telling you. Excuse me. When you're on your purpose and others are watching you, a lot of people be thinking that you're overexerting yourself. And truth be told, you could probably do 50% more and not overwhelm. You know, you just also know how to pace yourself, because I guess from the outside looking in, you know, we get things done. We go hard with things, and then it might seem like we're not doing it, but we're just working on other things that have something to do with that in the background, though. But you know, people don't like asking questions; they just like making assumptions. So, what would be overwhelming to them is just a Friday for you. You know what I'm saying? There's just different levels to this, and you're showing people the levels. And I'm telling you, women in general, people as well, you know, they're really putting you on a pedestal here, you know, not in like a bad way, just kind of like somebody to look up to, somebody to come to, get advice, a guru, keep them motivated, because you maintain a level of positivity. I know you might be thinking, well, you know, what do you mean, Wolf? I mean, come on now. Like, how am I being positive? I'm out here having to get on to people sometimes, and I'm just being myself. Well, you're showing up every day. You gotta understand there's a lot of power in showing up every day, being consistent, being a reliable, beacon of strength. You know what I'm saying? Discipline. That even when people are feeling some type of way, they know, I know this goofy is going to be doing something online, or I know this guy's, this chick's going to be doing, something at work that'll probably, put a smile on my face, or, I'll just see what they're doing in their life and it'll motivate me in some type of way. And you're not really, in your opinion, you're just living your life. You're doing you. You're getting to know the people. And to other people, you're super inspirational. But we're living in times where it's just not just not recommended, but it's just not the thing that people do as far as giving people acknowledgement. It's not, what I'm saying, cool, I guess, to give people open acknowledgement about stuff if they're motivating you. But you can get people to support you other kind of ways. Like I said, merch. Again, the merch will be coming a little bit later in the month, maybe about mid, because I'm trying to come out with this Lady Wolf wear. And remember, you heard it here first. Anybody else talking about Lady Wolf? You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure I have some clothes for the women or whatever. And that's another way people can show me support. They want to support you, man. They really do. It's just not something that people do nowadays. It's still sleeting a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear it. That's not rain. That's sleet. It's cold. But I was working out a little bit, did some push-ups and some burpees before I came out here. So, and I'm walking. So I can tell you what, my feet are not freezing. I can still feel my toes. So we're good. We're good. But listen, I'm not going to hold y'all much longer. I don't really care. These early videos don't really get too many views. I will be going live again in a couple hours or an hour or something like that. But I'm going to start going live earlier for the early birds who have to get up super early, going to work or whatever. And we can chop it up in the comments and talk about a few things, whatever I can do to help motivate you guys, on your Friday AM, getting started, headed to work, at work, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I can bring a little bit of the nature from outside while you're stuck inside, I'll do the best I can. My life is fantastic and I'm extremely blessed. Now, don't think I didn't have to work hard to get here, but what's hard work when you're living your best life? You know what I mean? You don't never really have a day of work if you're doing what you love to do. And that's what I've realized, and that's what I try to make sure I maintain. So, listen, y'all, I'm going to finish my walk up. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. The next video will probably be longer. I'll be on TikTok for a little bit, lifting weights. Haven't done that yet today, so I'll knock out a little bit of that on TikTok. Also, I'll be dropping the videos on my other channels, and since it's Friday, I will be dropping a members video. So if you're a member, it's going to be a fresh drop. Definitely need to start talking about more about different ways to make passive income and different kind of avenues and ways men can get overseas and get out of the rat trap here. You know what I'm saying? When you're here in the middle of it, it's hard for you to see properly. Once you're outside of it, your vision becomes clear. All right? In the country that you live in, they're telling you to take what you're given, and you're going to like it. You don't have to deal with that. You have options. There are a lot of women overseas that want your money just as bad as these American women do, and they'll treat you a lot better for it. Let's call it what it is. All women want a retirement plan, and we're not going to sit here. We're not over here saying that all women overseas are angels and they don't want to be taken care of and their kids be taken. No, they want a retirement plan. They know what goes with the American dollar. But you American women got to understand, You've gotten spoiled. You don't want to compete. So you got to let us go. You know, you're basically pushing us away by acting like you don't care while watching every move we make. You know, we've been talking about women who have tart coochies because they're eating hot Cheetos and Red Dot 40 and sodas and stuff like that. I seen a podcast, I can't remember the clip, of this black lady talking about they have to straighten up and make sure their coochies don't smell. They got to stop letting guys go down on them after the guys eat, you know, hot Cheetos. They're taking everything that we say and they're flipping it around. And that's still stupid. Why are you letting guys go down on you after eating a bag of hot Cheetos? It's stupid, man. It don't make no doggone sense. They say the dumbest shit because they take our words, because they get upset because we're telling the truth. They know there's a lot of truth in what we're saying. They know their coochies stink. They know they eat Cheetos and Fritos and chili Fritos and stuff like that all the time. We always see a little bag in their hand or some gummies or something, right? All that sugar throwing off their pH, and they're always trying to blame it on a guy. What are you doing letting a guy that just ate Cheetos go down on you? What are you know what I'm saying? What are you doing messing around with dudes, period? You know, you should be doing something else like making money and learning how to be a better lady. Don't let any of these idiots gaslight you, man. When they don't want to take responsibility for their coochie stinking, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Messing around with them at all. They're never going to worry about keeping it clean. If they can just blame it on guys all the time, not even make any sense. Your coochie stinks because the dudes are eating Cheetos before they. What are you talking about, you goofy goober? So dumb. The low IQs, man. Come on, man. Look, they're trying to always make it seem like we're the problem while they won't leave us the fuck alone. Okay? You don't need to be told anything else, gentlemen. Go ahead and move overseas where your money goes longer. And the women that are trying to get your money will treat you better. They're all trying to get our money. Look at the American women. They're trying to get our money while being out of their mind. I mean, they are out of their minds. And they're still trying to get our money. So, of course, the women overseas want some of that bread. You know what I'm saying? But you know what to do. Get that head and leave. You gotta give them none of that bread. You know what I'm saying? Listen, anyway, y'all, I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's cold out here. The sleet starting to get to me. Starting to sink into my gloves. So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Be back on here in a little bit. Ladies, remember, I'm about to get on TikTok. And work out. You don't want to miss that. All right. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.